So a group of protesters entered a church and they started disrupting the prayer ceremony. Don Lemon was reporting on it. People want him to get in trouble for I don't know. I guess disrupting a prayer service. I believe that is illegal to go in there, especially since I do believe the pastor asked everybody to leave and they stayed in there. And Don Lemon actually interviewed the pastor and he told him, well, this is freedom of speech, the First Amendment, blah, blah, blah. That's not freedom of speech, man. I think you're not allowed to go into a church and just disrupt it. I think that's actually, that's a big no-no. But is he going to get arrested? I don't think so. People are calling for it. People think it's reporting. I don't think he's going to get arrested, no. But let's see what these experts that know more than I do have to say. Let's check this out.
A presumption of innocence in this country, so I want to preserve my ethical duties here. But let me just say that he's a journalist. He was a journalist. I don't know what he is now, but
Well, I do believe he's still a journalist. I know people want to downplay YouTubers, but YouTubers are a journalist. I think that's ridiculous to not think of YouTubers as journalists. Actually, per the First Amendment, we all have the freedom of the press. So I don't know why that's even a question. We've seen that argument with Blake Lively against content creators saying that, oh, they're not journalists if they're on YouTube. Well, because it's not on television. Well, guess what? Every smart TV has YouTube already installed in it. So that is television. It's very strange to me. But yeah, that's not an irrelevant thing. Now, I'm not defending Don Lemon here. I think he's a weirdo, but he is a journalist. Sorry.
Journalism is not a badge or a shield that protects you from criminal consequences when you are part of a crime. And I think the videos show how close he was to these folks. I think further evidence will show more information about that. But he clearly knew, and he stated before going into the facility, it's on his own video.
Now, see, there's a lot of videos floating around in there. It's hard to get the actual pinpoint accuracy with the timing and when things were done. It looks like there was some sort of meeting and he was there and then they went to the church. I don't know if that's even real, but you all do your own research and find out for yourself. But I think that's what this woman is alluding to right here. Let's see right here.
What was going to happen there? What was going to happen was a violation of federal law, federal criminal law. And I don't know what to say. I mean, the FACE Act has been out there for more than 30 years, and there were lawyers involved in this so-called protest, and their purpose was to terrorize people of faith in a house of worship. They were targeting a different pastor, not the one seen on camera, who they got information was a ICE supervisor. None of that matters. It's off limits to go into a house of worship to do your little protest. Protests can occur on public property. Protests can occur.
Right. You can actually stand on private property, at least from what I understand in LA. Now, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a legal expert. So you guys do your own research. From what I understand, you have no expectation of privacy from the sidewalk or anything that's public or that's owned by the public. And a church is actually like a weird, it's like a private entity. All right, so for Don Lemon to like try to lecture the pastor and say, this is the First Amendment protection right. So Don, could I go into your house and start like criticizing what you're podcasting about? I don't know. I don't think I could do that.
Outside, on a sidewalk, certain sidewalks, not all sidewalks. And this is like basic what you learn in the first year of law school. There's a time, place, and manner restrictions on the First Amendment, right?
And we have seen police officers not even know that, like what she just said about First Amendment rights. That's where you get First Amendment auditors. There's people like Film the Police, or there's also over there, what is it? I forgot his name. Sean over there in New York. Damn, I forgot his name. When I remember his name, I can't believe I forgot his name. But he's a First Amendment auditor, and they do a pretty good job, man. And they're within the right, and you got to flex your rights.
right of protest, and they were violated here in this case. No question about it. The
I think it's called Long Island audit.
only question is who was involved, how many were involved, and how many charges are going to be brought here. Those are
None. I don't think any charge is going to be.
the questions.
No. What do you guys think? How many charges? I think 0. That's my prediction. I don't know. You know, how do I get out of here? I want to get out of here. All right. Yeah, there's going to be 0. 0.
Minnesota AG Keith Ellison denies Don Lemon. Anti-ICE protesters violated FACE Act as DOJ mulls charges. Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison is rejecting assertions that the anti-ICE protesters who stormed a church in his state over the weekend broke the federal law the Justice Department has cited as having potentially violated. Top DOJ officials say they are looking into whether the agitators who disrupted services at St. Paul City's Church on Sunday violated the FACE Act and the Ku Klux Klan Act. The FACE Act makes it a federal crime, with potentially steep fines and jail time, to use or threaten to use force to injure, intimidate, or interfere with a person seeking reproductive health services, or with a person lawfully trying to exercise the First Amendment right of religious freedom at a place of religious worship. It also prohibits intentional property damage to a facility providing reproductive health services or a place of religious worship. The Ku Klux Klan Act makes it a federal crime for individuals to deny citizens their civil rights. Appearing on ex-CNN host Don Lemon's YouTube show, Ellison insisted the FACE Act only pertains to reproductive rights. And the FACE Act, by the way, is designed to protect the rights of people seeking reproductive rights, so that people for a religious reason cannot just use religion to break into women's reproductive health centers, Ellison told Lemon.
Yeah, those rules are instilled to actually keep, like, I don't know. They're there to protect civil rights, but yeah, it's going to be tricky. You guys could check out the article here on Fox and stuff like that. Come up with your own conclusions. Again, I'm not a legal expert. I gotta say, looking at that, I felt bad for the worshipers that were in the church. I'm not religious. I'm not a Christian, but I don't know. I really think you got to leave that alone. That's just my take. So, but what's your take? Is Don Lemon going to be going to? Is he going to get charged for something? Is he going to get investigated? My thought is no. Doesn't mean I don't think he should be, but you tell me in the comments below. Nerd out.